This
Uh,
conference will now be recorded.
so myself, Sharad. So I am a PIPO developer currently working in one of
Okay.
the organizations. So just wanted
Okay.
to upgrade myself to the CPI.
Yeah, sure, sure. Okay, got it.
Thanks.
Yeah. So you received the recordings, right? So previous two sessions already done. So you
Yes, sir.
received the recording.
Actually, I visited to the institute yesterday evening, so I haven't
Okay.
gone through all those sessions. So maybe if I
Okay.
get a chance, I'll just go through that.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So everyone joined. Arun also joined. So we can start the session now. Uh, so any queries from previous session, Arun and Srinath, any queries from the previous session?
No, no, Chandra.
Yeah, okay. Okay, good.
Sir, hello?
Yeah, so okay. Yeah, Srinath.
Yeah. Sir, how many days we can get the access for SAP account, sir?
Yeah, mostly today only. So mostly
Today only.
today. So we will configure that SAP account today itself. Today or tomorrow mostly. So I will guide you how we can get the CPA trial tenant access. So based on that, you can try from your end. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Now what I'm doing is, so let me share my screen. And let me, so previously we are explained in the last class we explained about what are all the options we have in CPI, like design, discover, and monitoring, right? So today we will start the session with the from the how to create our test, I mean first integration flow in CPI. So after that, so based on the time availability, we will configure the, I mean, there's a CPI trial tenant. Okay, let me share my screen now. So let me know once you are able to see my screen.
Yes, Chandra.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. Uh, so now, so let me create a one package. So like how to create a package, and in real time how we will create these packages actually. So in real time, so actually we are prepared this one, some of the students are created, some of myself created some of the packages here. So in real time how we can create these packages is, so here so based on the system integration. So see, here you can see this is the package name from Google Analytics integration with SAP Marketing Cloud, SAP Marketing slash SAP Marketing. So this is the
Sir,
integration. This package,
sir, sir, increase your screen size, sir.
so
And I think screen
mostly,
also got stuck. Now
okay.
it's
I'm not, actually I'm not moving anything actually. So let me use the maximizer. Uh, so maybe, so based on that you can find something else. Mm. So here you can see now it is good, right? So wherever the mouse is going on, it will automatically moving. So now it is good, right? Srinath. Hello. Now it is good, right? I'm not getting it
Indra, it's
clearly.
better, but
Sir,
it's not
increase.
fitting to the screen.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It will not fit into the screen actually. So let me
Okay.
increase the size of, yeah. Now it is good, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Now
Right.
it's better.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So now see. Uh, so here mostly. Uh, so in real time, how we will create the packages. So first, in real time, how we will create the packages is, so based on the sender system and then receiver system. So here you can see this is the package created by the SAP itself. So here you can see Google Analytics integration with the SAP Marketing Cloud / SAP Marketing. So like here we are including the source, the source system. What is so the source system is Google Analytics, and then target system is SAP Marketing. So like this, in real time, we will prepare this package names actually. So once you got the functional specification document, so that functional specification document will clearly provide what is the source system and then what is the target system. So and also when you are entering to the new project, they will provide some of uh, the project related naming conventions document. So the project related naming conventions document. So the naming convention documents contains, so this is related to the CPA naming convention document. So the package name should be created like this: source system and then target system. So like they will provide a clear information how we can create the naming convention. So based on that naming conventions we will create the packages. So clear? So in real time, so based on the source system and then based on the target system, we will create this integration package name. So how we can create? So first, so when you are going to the integration design, so here, so actually when you are logging to the CPI, you will get this page first. You will get this page first. So after that, you will get, so go to the design tab and select the integrations. So in the integrations, we have to click on create option. So you can click on the create option. So now here we have to provide the name of the package. So here we are creating this package. So I'm creating this package for class 10. So this is your, yeah, someone is asking some
Chandra,
question. Yeah,
actually, the audio and video is not syncing. It's getting delayed. When you are opening, it's not coming not syncing.
yeah, actually Srinath and Sharath also having the same issue, or else Arun only?
No, Chandra, no, no, it's good for me. I think internet issue, it is.
Yeah, Arun, maybe internet issue from your end. Arun, can you please check once?
Okay.
Yeah.
So now the cursor
So
is at the new class 10 for me.
yes, right. So now it is moved to short description, right?
Correct, correct.
Yeah. So I don't know, maybe issue at the other end of the internet speed, so you can check from your end.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So let's continue the session now. So here you can see this is a class 10. So I'm creating this for to create an integration flow for the class 10. I am creating this. So in real time how we will create it? So based on the sender system name and then target system name. So like that we are creating this integration, this package name. So here you can provide the short description. What is the short description in the real time actually? So short description is to so the this integration package, this integration package is used for class 10 students. So like that, so we are providing just for our understanding, we will short description will maintain. This description we can see in the integrations tab. So once, for example, if I save this, it is saved, right? So now you can see that description you can find here. So for example, this is class 10, right? So let me show you that. So here this is the class 10, so it was created here. So here you can see the this integration package is used for the class 10. So this is the like this you can create the short description. So and also we have a, in the below we have the version. So version, if I wanted to change any version, the default is 1.0.0. If I want to, so existing I already have a 1.0.0. If I wanted to update this package, then you can use the 1.0.1 like that. So like that you can change. So the vendor, so whom we are servicing this uh, package. So for example, I'm integrating with the SAP marketing, so then you can use this service like the vendor name, you can use it like a SAP marketing like that. So like that you can place one of the vendor name which we are serving this integration, I mean package. So like that we will provide this vendor information. So the mode of the integration flow is editable. So that means you can edit the integration package actually. So in the overview, in the overview, so based on the functional specification document, so based on the business requirement, how what is the use of this integration package, and what are all the artifacts we have inside of this integration package, so that all the overview information we can place it here. So if you have any images or any of the information is wanted to upload, you can upload the information here by using this upload option. So if I want so you can add the images as well. So based on that the overview will be, so whenever the new user came to the CPI system, and if I wanted to learn about this class 10 package, so that they can easily find out this description based on the description. So this is the about this header and then overview. Coming to the artifacts here, so these are the artifacts, right? So here this is the artifact. So that means artifacts means the objects we are creating in a inside of the package. So artifacts is nothing but a objects. In short, it is I mean in the other language it is called, I mean these are the objects. So here we have a different types of objects as well. So here integration flow, REST API, message mapping, SOAP API, value mapping, O database, shift collection, integration adapter. So like this we have a different types of artifacts here. So here mostly we will use a integration flow. So remaining all, so we will explain about all these options except this integration adapter. So we will explain about this all the remaining artifacts. So let me create this integration flow first. So let me create one integration flow. So before creating it, so let's go to the documents as well. So here the documents. So we can add the documents related to this artifact. So we have a functional specification documents, we have a functional specification documents, we have a some of the testing documents also we have related to this package, right? So all the documents will be added here. So by using this add option you can add the any of the documents. So here if I wanted to add the file, then you can select the file. So for example, you can name of the file is class 10. So just for your understanding, and description is uploading file to package. So now I am browsing the file from my local machine. So for example, if I go to desktop, so I have for example this is think this is one of the I mean a document, just you can open and just click on OK. So now see it will file is created here. So if I want you can check this document here itself. So if I wanted to delete this, just click on this actions button and click on delete. So if I wanted to change the a name of this name, just view metadata and edit. So if I wanted to change the name of this name and description, just so what actions we have to do is, so if I upload this document, if I wanted to change after uploading, just click on view metadata and click on edit option. So then you can able to edit. So like uploading file, just I'm using this. So if I wanted to save, so you can save it. So now see uploading file is updated here. So if I wanted to delete, then you can delete the option here. You can delete this option. Download, just this document will be downloaded to your local machine. So tax means, so the final one tax. So for example, previously we are talking about this SAP marketing, right? So the products, so which product it is related to, this integration flow is serving for, this integration package is serving for which product. So we have a multiple products in the market, right? So for example, this is a serving for Google. So then you can select this Google option, and this is the product. So country and region, so which country it is serving for. So it is for example it is serving for Australia in real time, then you can select the Australia. So keywords, if you wanted to specify, so if I wanted to maintain some specific keywords, then you can use this keywords. So line of business, so for example marketing, right? So cloud, for example, this integration package I am using for marketing, so just you can select the marketing and click on OK. So industry, so marketing, so like a healthcare or something, so like which, so media marketing is comes under also media, right? So just I'm selecting the media. Now I'm selecting. So custom tags, so this tax is not supporting for your requirement, so we can also create a custom tags inside of it. So inside of so here in the, let me duplicate this tab. So just I duplicated this tab to open the setting symbol, just that's all. So you can create the custom tags. So this is the rare requirement we have. So you can create the custom tags here. So here integrations, so here we have a custom tags option. So here you can see custom tags. So here you can add the custom tags here, so that custom tags you can access here. So this is a very rare requirement to create a custom tags. So anyway, so how we can create a custom tags? When you ask something, so we have a setting symbol. Inside of it we have a custom main custom tags option. So based on this option you can add the custom tags. So and that custom tags can be accessed here. So this is about all the options that header, overview, and artifacts and documents and tags in the inside of the integration package. So let me create a integration flow first. So integration flow. So I am creating the integration flow with the name. So in the real time, so how we are going for integration package. So for integration flow also we will create the name same like that based on the business description. So like for example it is taking order information. So for example this is from this is from like a some think like this is from, so I am configuring the HTTPS adapter at the sender side. So it is taking invoice details and it is sending to the data to the mail server. So like mail, so this is HTTPS. So here instead of HTTPS, here we will place the sender system name, and then so based on the naming conventions of the project we will maintain this actually. So here HTTPS, so the invoice information it is taking from this sender HTTPS to target mail server. So here if I want you can maintain the sender. So here this integration flow, the description, this iFlow will connect I'm sorry. So this iFlow will connect from HTTPS to mail server for class 10. So here previously I have some of the same integration flow. So for differentiating that I added underscore class 10. So here we have a create and upload option. Upload option will take it about, I mean, we will talk about later. So here the sender system. So in the sender system we have a multiple systems, right? So default systems these are. So if I want you can select it, otherwise you can make it as a empty one. So you can forget about this. So just click on OK. So here I'm provided this name and ID. What is the use of this ID will be shown in after deployment. Okay. So just we are creating this integration flow now. So see, now it is created. So after creating, if I wanted to change the name, so after creating, if I want to change the name, you can go to the view metadata and you can change the name here. So here we have edit option, right? So here you can edit the option here. So if I wanted to change the mail for class 10, so just you can save it. So you can add other options as well. So like that, if I wanted to copy this integration flow, so you can just click on copy with the other name. So download, it will download to the local machine, I mean whatever the local system. So configure and deploy we'll talk about later. So just focus on copy, view metadata, download and delete. So just delete means it will delete the integration flow, that's all. So let me open how we can open this integration flow. So I already explained this option, I mean how we can open and what is the palette options, what is the work area, and what is the configuration area. I already explained, right? So let's focus on these options here. So these are the palette options we have. So this is called it as a work area, and this is called it as a configuration area. So all these options, so here when we have integration flow, so for example, if I select integration process, only the integration process information will be available here. If I select the empty area, so it will show all the, I mean, default properties of this integration flow, default properties of this integration flow. So now what I'm doing is, so now I'm connecting with the this I'm doing the first integration flow to connect with the one of the mail server. So let me, so here the integration flow can be seen in a two ways, I mean, can be in a two modes. So that is, first one is a view mode. So view mode means you cannot select any of these options here, and also you cannot change these options actually. So this is in the view mode actually. So in the view mode, you cannot just, you can see the options, what are all the options configured here, but we cannot edit this one. So now if I edit this, now it will come to the edit mode. So see, now it is come to the edit mode. So when I select any option, it will show more options here: delete, configure, and connect. Different types of options we are getting. So clear? So like this, so we are configuring this actually. So like this we are configuring, I mean, after clicking on edit, it will show the uh, multiple option. So now what I'm doing is, I am triggering one of the sample message to the target email server. Target email server, I am triggering one of the data to the target email server. So now how we can trigger, forget about the sender. So just focus on how we can connect with the target system. So see here, this is the integration process. So this is the sender, this is the receiver. So every integration flow will contains these options. So like the sender, receiver, and integration process. So all the transformation logics and all the CPI modifications will be done in integration process. All the CPI, so all information, so everything will be done in a integration process inside of it. So only in integration process inside of it. So here I'm using one timer option here. So this is the timer option. So here we have a multiple options. So these are the participants. So this is called as a palette options: participant, sender, and receiver. If I want, you can use the other sender here. So if I want the other receiver also, you can add here. So there is no issue. So here I'm using, I'm deleting them. So here I'm selecting the timer option. So previously it contains the start message. So this integration flow previously contains the start message, and the default integration flow will be looks like this. So here I am deleting the start message. So start message actually receive the data from the sender system. So now I am not receiving any of the information from the sender. So based on the timer, it will trigger the data. So I am using in the events. So when I want to add any of the option from this palette options to our integration flow, you can select any of these options. So now I'm selecting this timer. So you can place this option inside of the integration process. So see, I'm selecting this. So wherever you want, you can just no need to drag this one. So just select it and go to the integration process, and just click on it. Wherever you want, just click on it. So that option will be available here. So this is the timer. So this is the timer. So what this timer will do is, so based on the configuration, so see, if I select this timer, it is automatically showing the general information of this timer. So this is the name of the timer. So here if I wanted to change the name, so then you can change the name here. So it will automatically updated here also, timer. Got it? So if I want, you can change the name of the option, palette option as well. So here this is the scheduler. So this timer contains the scheduler. So this scheduler have the four different options. So actually it was recently updated. So four different options we have. So run once means, so once I deploy this integration flow, it will run at once. At once it will run. So this is the second one, schedule on day. So if I wanted to run on a specific day on the month, so like if I want to run every I mean like uh, here you can see I would like to run this integration flow on April 19th. So then you can select the date and then time as well. So based on that it will run. So you can also select a time zone as well. So based on that, so this information, when it should be run, when it should be configured, these dates and everything will be the time zone, everything will be given by the business users only. Everything we will get this from a business document, like a functional specification document. So based on that document only we will configure. So here the schedule to recur, if I want to recur every daily or on a weekly or monthly, then you can use this schedule to recur option. So if I select every 5 minutes this timer initiate the process and send the data to the target system. So now, so this is the advanced. If I wanted to select a specified second, so like this every 7 seconds starting at every 5 minutes starting at so that option you can use here. So this is the advanced option. So here I am using run once option. So once I deploy this integration flow, it will automatically trigger the message to the target system. So this is about the timer event. So this is about a start timer event. So it is called as an event. So now I am taking, so when the timer starts, so this integration process will trigger some sample data to the target system. So for creating the sample body, so here we have a transformation option. In that we have a content modifier. So this content modifier contains three different types of data. So if I want, you can change the content modifier name as well, general information. Every palette option had the general information. If you want, you can change the name of that palette option as well. So here this is content modifier. So this is the message header. So I will discuss about this message header and message property later. So now I am talking about this message body. So just focus on this message body. Here we have a two types of expression, that a constant and then expression. So I am talking about this constant. So just a second. So I'm back. Sorry for the disturbance. So here you can see this is the content modifier. So this content modifier is creating the body here. So here the constant, right? So this content modifier is creating the body. So here I placed this as an invoice, right? So I am placing the invoice payload inside of it. So here let me take some of the source. So this is the invoice. So I'm taking, this is the one of the XML payload. So instead of this XML payload, you can go to the online, like a sample XML payload, like that. So sample XML payload. So sample XML payload. Not only that one, you can use any of the XML file inside of it. So here you can see we have a note like sample XML file. So here this is the food menu of the XML. So here breakfast menu food. So this is the food XML file. Breakfast menu XML file. You can also copy this. So you can copy this and you can paste it here. So where you can paste it here is, so here you can paste it inside of the body. So if required, I will send this information in the chat with the same information. So you can use for your reference as well. I just pinged in the group chat. You can find this. So now see, I just configured this, right? So this is the content modifier we can. So you can just for an alignment, you can just move it. So based on that, it will automatically show the alignment lines in a yellow. I mean, in the dotted lines. So based on that, you can align this in a good manner. So this is, so start timer will connect. So you can select, you can connect the start timer and content modifier by using this option. So when you are selecting this start timer, it will automatically show you this connector symbol. So you can select this and you can drag that to the content modifier. So now see, these both are connected. Or else you can also, instead of using that one, so instead of selecting this connector, So you can also use this connector symbol. So connectors, you can select this, and just you can select the content modifier one, and you can select the end message. So now what happened, these both connectors are connected. So now this is the end message event. So actually the CPI can send a message to the receiver system through the end message, with the end message only. Got it? So the CPI can send a message to the target system with the end message. So now what I am doing is I am configuring this receiver system configuration. So here I am using the mail server here. So here I am using, so I forgot to tell. So here in PI, if you have a knowledge on PI, what we will use is communication channels. So we will create a communication channels. So here in CPI, we will not create any of the communication channels, and also we don't have any communication channel monitoring inside of the CPI. We don't have any of the communication channel monitoring in CPI. So just we will select so end message, and we will select with the, I mean we will connect with the receiver. So we have a, so after creating of communication channel in PI, it will show you the different types of adapters, like file adapter, SOAP adapter, REST adapter, HTTP. So like that we have a different types of adapter. So here adapter type, so when you are selecting end message to the receiver or sender to the start message, you will receive a different types of adapter types here. So based on the our requirement, so we will select our adapter here. So here I'm selecting mail adapter. So now see, the mail adapter is configured here. The same way in PA also we will get this I mean transport protocol, and then message protocol and adapter type. How we will get the minimal information, that information will be available in the general tab. So here in the connection, we will provide the address details of the mail server. So for connecting with the mail server, here I am using one of the server, that is Mailtrap server. So that is Mailtrap server. So mailtrap.io. So I am pinging this endpoint URL in the group chat. You can use this while you are practicing. So here mailtrap.io. So mailtrap.io. So you can just click on it, mailtrap.io. Just click on login. So here I already log in with the user SAP CPI. So if you don't have account here, it will take only 1 minute here. So 1 minute, it will not take more than 1 minute. So just click on sign up for free, and you can use your Google account here. So just you can use your Google account. So based on, I already signed up, right? So I just, it is directly sending to the inbox here. So see here, once you are logged in successfully, so if you are facing any issues while signing up to this account, in the next class I will help you on it. So it will not take more than 1 minute. You will not stuck anywhere while sign upping to the Mailtrap server. So here this is the Mailtrap. Here we have a our inbox here. So you can click on my inbox. So here you can find all the details about to this related server. So see here, this is the host of the server. So in from CPI we are connecting with this target service, right? We are connecting with the target service. So we have to fill this configuration details here. So first, this is the address. So address means it requires the host and port of the server. So address means, if you don't have any idea, you can drag the mouse over to the text box, then you will get the some example values here. So host name or address of the SMTP server, for example mail.domain.com colon 587. So see, this is the example host. So you can go to the Mailtrap server. So this is the host actually, sandbox.smtp.mailtrap.io. So here you can see I am placing sandbox.smtp.mailtrap.io.com colon 587. So colon 587. Here we have to add a host as well. I mean host. After that we have to provide the port as well. So here the differentiation from the host and the port is a colon 587. So this should, so if you are provide a semicolon here, it will throw an error. So that is the reason I'm specifically mentioning that option. So we have to provide a colon here, so then only it will accept. So here the proxy type means it is, so this mail server is running on premise or in cloud. So if it is running on cloud, it is selecting as an internet. So if it is an internet, it is we have to select as an internet. If it is running on premise, we have to select on premise, and we have to provide the location ID. So this configuration we'll talk about later. Just focus on internet option. So now this is the timeout for milliseconds. What is the use of this timeout milliseconds is, so when the message trigger to the target mail server, it will wait for 3000 milliseconds. So 3000, that 30,000 milliseconds. So if the connectivity is not established within this 30,000 milliseconds, it will the message will fail with the timeout exception. So that means it is trying to connect with the target system up to the 30,000 milliseconds. If you want, you can increase the value as well. The protection, how we are protecting to the target server. So we have a total four types of protection options here. So based on the target system target system configuration and their protection policies, we will configure this. So here in our example, we are not using any of the protection, so that is the reason we are using off option here. Off option. So the authentication, how we are authenticating? Authentication means username and password. So here we have a two types of authentications. So if it, without username and password also we can connect some of the servers, so that time we will use the none option. So if they are providing username and password, then they are trying to connect, then you can use this plain username and password. So here in this option I am using plain username and password. So here where we will get this plain username and password. So see here in the inbox only we are getting this username and then password. So here, sir, here you can see you have a, some idea doubt here. Here it is asking for the credential name, credential, not for the username and password. So in PI, what we will do is we will provide the direct username and password in adapter configuration. But coming to the CPA, we have to provide that username and password as a artifact. We have to create a one artifact in the monitoring page. So see here, this is a monitoring page, and you have to click on integrations. So then it will show you the security material here. So see, this is the security material. So you can in the manage security, in the third option, first one is a message processing, the second one is manage integration content, the third one is message security. So in the message security we have to select this security material. So when you are selecting this, so here you have to create the username and password, credential name. So you, do you have any queries till now? So you can disturb me if you have any queries. Okay.
Yes, Chandra, I have, but I want to ask after this.
Yeah, okay, no issue. So see here, we are, instead of creating giving the username and password directly here, so here we are creating one user credentials here. So here we have so this is the plain username and password we are using, right? So just this is the plain username, and then this is the username, and this is the password. So here we have to create a user credential. So click on create and user credential. Click on user credentials. So here name, right? So I am giving the name like mail trap, right? So m trap. So mail trap underscore class 10. So just for our understanding, I'm creating like a class 10. So this username is used to connect with this credential name is used for to connect with the target. So these are the defaultly came with the Google Chrome add-on. So I'm removing this previous one. So here in the username, if you want to provide any description, you can maintain the description here. Otherwise, you can uh, otherwise you can give it as a blank. So here we have three types of open connectors and success factors. So for now you can focus on only on user credentials. So just a plain username password, we will use a user credentials. If we are connecting with open connectors, you can select this open connectors option. If you're connecting with success factors, we will use the success factors option. So here I'm creating just a plain user credentials, so I'm selecting user credentials here. The user, you can select the user here. So what is the username? This is the username of this Mailtrap server. So here I provided this username. So and after that I am providing this password here. Sorry, so here I am providing the password. So we have to enter the password 2 times for the verification. So password and repeat password and then deploy. So before deploying, let me copy this name here. So once deployed, so it will create a one entry here. See, Mailtrap underscore class 10 user credentials. The status is deployed. So it was deployed by this user and this was deployed on this one. So if I wanted to delete, so you can select this option. If I wanted to update the username and password, so in few days after the username password is updated, so just you can update the password here and you can click on deploy option again. So that is the way we can update the certificate. So now see this username, this mail trap user mail trap underscore class 10 value credential name will be used in the inside of the credential name option. So see now what will happen is, so when we are trying to connect with this mail server, what it will do is it will fetch for this credential name inside of the security material. So if it is found, then it will read the username and password from the this credential and it will send it to the target mail server. So clear, this is the use of credential name. We will not directly provide the username password in uh, adapter configuration here. So next processing. So in the processing, from where we are sending, so from, so this is a mail. So whenever we are sending mail, it contains the from, right? You can place any of the from here because CPI it is sending SAP CPI. So you can send your mail ID as well, no issue here. SAP CPI @ sap.com. So just for our understanding, I'm just used this option. So two, so we are sending this mail to this mail trap server, right? So here in the inbox we have a mail address option at the top. So you can select this mail trap. I mean like you can select this mail ID here and you can place this mail ID here. So now it is sending to this mail ID. So next, if you want to place any CC here, then you can. So here we are only connecting with the mail trap. You can add as a CC only for the mail trap users. If you provide any of the Gmail user, it will throw an error actually. It will throw an error. So we have to use a mail trap. So you have two accounts in a mail trap, then you can use a CC and BCC for the true mail trap accounts. So because we are connecting with the here with the mail trap server, not with the Gmail, that is the reason it will throw an error. So here the next subject, so every mail contains subject, right? So let me provide the subject here. Test iflow data from CPI for class 10. So just for our understanding I'm maintaining this. So here the mail body, so the mail body, so what does mean this dollar curly brace in dot body? So actually entire this CPI is running on Camel expression language. Her entire the CPI is running on Camel expression language. So this body is represent. So whatever the content modifier is creating the body here. So this body by written by this expression in the mail adapter. So see here we have an invoice payload, right? That invoice payload will be written in the body by using this expression. So if I want, you can add some other data as well. So like for example, I'm adding thanks and regards. So thanks and regards. Inside of it, I'm using that like Emacs like that. So before of the body, before the body, uh, hi hi team, please find the invoice details. Invoice data below. Just I added my custom information here. So just I'm sending this information. So just so here it will replace with the data whatever we are sending from this content modifier. So this is the expression, it will automatically read the body. So remaining all options are so whatever we have a different options, plain text and so based on the target requirement we will add. So mostly we will change this from to and subject and then mail body. So clear. So these are the options we are selecting here. So now we are clear, right? So here in the security we will just we are not using any of the encryption here. So just I'm selecting none. So if we are using any of the encryption, so based on that encryption details they will provide clear information of the mail server. So based on that what options we have to select, that will be given by that mail server admin. So that so based on with the help of that admin we will select this all the encryption techniques here. So here I'm selecting none. So let's save this. So we made some changes in the integration flow, right? So first we have to save this integration flow. So when I'm saving this integration flow, it will save in the CPI tenant management node. So we'll explain about it later what is tenant management node and then runtime node. So here I'm just saving this. So it is when I'm saving this, it will not start the process actually. So when I'm deploying, so I just saved this, right? So I just saved this integration flow. If I go to the manage integration process, I mean manage integration, so here manage integration content. So here I have total 139 integration flows. So see, this is the I just saved it, right? It will not. So HTTPS invoice mail class 10, right? So here I did not get any of the entry here. So whenever so I just saved it. So now after that we have to deploy this. So whenever I deploy this integration flow, it will try to deploy at the runtime. So it triggered for deployment. So here you can see if I refresh this page, so here if I want to, if I so here you can refresh by using this option. So see here now it is a invoice underscore invoice mail underscore class 10. Now it is started. So now it is started. So if you have any errors, it will show the error details like this. So you can find error details like this. Why it is error, you can find this. So it is started, right? Without any error it is started. So that means so here what we configured is here whenever run once, right? So we configured run once. So whenever I deploy the integration flow, it will initiate the process and it will send the message to the target server. So let's see how we can check this message processed messages. So here you can see I'm selecting this integration flow, right? So in the manage integration content, so here you can see in the manage integration content, we are going to this option. So we can monitor this like many ways. So one of the way is so you can select this integration flow and you can check. So at the right side, once you deploy, so whenever you click on deploy, so it is coming to the deployment status, right? So deployed on April 4th 920, and this is the ID of the integration flow. So previously I talked about ID, right? So if I change the name of the integration flow here, so for example, if I change the name of the integration flow here, so it will not impact on the ID, view metadata. So if I change the integration flow, this ID of the integration flow will not be changed. So just the name of the integration flow will change. That's all. That ID will remain same when you once you create the integration flow. So this is the package information. The package name is class 10. So next this is deployed by this user and this is the version of the integration flow 1.0.0. So in the below endpoint, so if it is connecting with any of the sender HTTP REST, I mean HTTP or SOAP or OData, then it will provide the endpoint URL to connect with this integration flow. So you see like this. So here if any endpoint is available, then it will show the endpoint URL here. So this is the status details. It is deployed or successfully, or if it contains any errors, it will show like this. So this is the status details. So see, this is the status details. So here artifact details. So artifact details means we have total three options here. Monitor message processing. So whenever I deploy, it will process one message. So run once, right? So run once in the sense whenever it is deployed it will process one message. So if I click on it, monitor message processing, it will redirect the page to the message processing log for this integration flow. So see here, This is the actually the message processing. So PI, so how we have a PI monitoring, right? So in the PI monitoring we can find all the integration flow, I mean ICO message processing. So here you can see this is the, so just we deployed this, right? So once I deploy this, immediately it is triggering the data to the target system. So what we configured here, so what is the data we configured here? So in the processing tab, so hi team, please find the invoice data below, and then invoice detail. So and then thanks and record CMAX. So if I go to, so here it is showing it is completed, right? So if I go to the mail trap server, so here I just received this message. Test iFlow data from CPI for class 10. So what is the subject we maintain here? Test iFlow data for CPI from CPI for class 10. So same data I received as a uh, subject here. So here you can see hi team, please find the invoice data below. So and then the invoice data, so invoice data, whatever the data we placed in the inside of the content modifier, it is read by using this expression, by using this expression, and it is sending data to the thanks and records to the target system. So now you got it, right, how it is behaving. This expression is reading all the data triggered from this content modifier. So you can see this message is completed here. So and also you can also directly, so instead of going to the message content and all, so you can directly check the message processing log here. So if I wanted to check the past 24 hours, so these are the messages are completed for the past 24 hours. So if I wanted to know about past week, then these are the messages, 78 messages are processed for past week. So here you can see past month. So total 523 messages are processed to past 20. So like that you can change the values, you can change the timings here. So if we wanted to custom properties, so custom, so from last 2 months, so like from the April or January, so from the January onwards you wanted to read the, what are all the messages are processed, just click on OK. So this is January to total 523 messages are processed. So January to April, so total 523 messages are processed. So like that you can make some custom timings as well. So this is about how we can monitor the processed message. So here, so let's focus on, so now you're clear, right, how we are connecting with this mail server with this information like a host port, and then creation of a user credentials, and providing the from address, to address, and subject, and then mail body. So these are the configurations we made. So for example, I configure the start timer scheduler for every 5 seconds. So how we can change these values? So here I'm changing this to the schedule to recur. So here schedule to recur every 1 minute it contains. So I'm changing to the every 15 seconds now. So if you want, you can change this timings to from this time to the some other time zone like Kolkata, India, like that. So here, based on the client description, you can change it. So here you can see this every between 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. it is configured actually. So you can select 24. So that means here every time it will process the message. So say between hours is this one. So every 15 seconds from between the 0 hours to 24 hours it will process the message. So let me save this now. So see, now I am deploying. So now what it will do is, so this timer will trigger the message to the target system every 15 seconds. So now see, here the count will automatically increase if you observe. So like in PI, it will impact. So whenever you are processing the message, it will impact within milliseconds. But coming to the CPI, it will take seconds actually. So why it is taking seconds, we'll discuss about it later. So it will take some late compared to the PA, the message processing. So now see, every 15 seconds we configured, right? So every 15 seconds we will receive the email here. So see, few seconds ago, so here total 3 messages I received. So total now 4 messages. So here you can see every message it is count is increasing. So see total 4 messages. If I refresh this, maybe other message also processed. So why it is processing the messages? We configured every 15 seconds, right? So that is the reason it is sending the data to the target system every 15 seconds. So clear, you can find the timings here. So see first message on 9:28 minutes, 9:28. After that 9:28 15 seconds, 9:28 30 seconds. If I refresh, 9:28 45, and then 9:29. So like that, this message will process the here. So clear? Now clear, right? So now let me change it to the run once, because this Mailtrap server contains only the 1,000 messages per month. So if it is a limit is reaching, we cannot. We have to create other account. So we have to wait until the next month if the limit is reached. So that is the reason, whenever you are making this type of examples, so please be modified after deploying it. After testing it, please do modify it run once. Otherwise, the CPI will process the message every 15 seconds to the target system. So this is about a receiver system configuration to the with the mail adapter. So and here this is the start timer option, and this is the content modifier for just to place the temporary, I mean constant body here. So any queries here? Anyone? So how we can send the message to the mail server? Any queries?
Yes, Chandra. Like, why we want to maintain these credentials in security material instead of channel level?
Yeah, here you can see why we are creating this in a security materials means. So this is for mainly to without interrupting. So for example, see this integration process, I mean this integration flow will move to the test system, right? After completing the development, we are moving to the test system, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So that time, that test system, that mail server also contains development and testing and production. So that time what we have to do is we have to edit the integration flow. Actually we have to edit the integration flow. So that time we have to edit the integration flow, and we have to provide that credential names here. So like username and password of the test system. So but in this case, we can create the same credential name in the security material with the test system username and password in the test system. So here we are not directly posting the username and password in the configuration. So here just we are providing the credential name here. That credential name we are saving in a security material here. So here it is adding some more security. So developers, so for example, some of the user names will be maintained by the administrators only. So for example, I am the administrator, you are the developer. So I don't want to share the username and password of the email server. So because might you will use this credentials for some other way, right? So administrator, what it will do is, what he will do is, he will create the username and password in the security material, and he will provide the name of the credentials. So without so when they provide this username, I mean credential name, you can directly use in credential name here. So the developer doesn't know the username and password here. So only administrator can know the username and password. He can enter the details here and create the security material and provide the name. So the developer will directly use this credential name instead of username and password. Due to that security reasons, they maintain the credential name here.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
one more thing,
any
like,
question? Yeah, yeah. Ask, ask. No issue. Tell me, tell me.
yeah, please tell me, you were saying something.
Yeah, no, no, nothing, nothing remain. So just I'm discussing about other topic. So yeah, Arun, you can ask the question.
Like the CPI components means like a display design and monitoring and settings only, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay. And when you are creating the iFlow, no, first that was there were some options like overview and tags, right?
Yeah, right.
over.
Uh,
But is it
yes.
mandatory in real time also when we were creating over
No,
when what
that's
exactly?
that depends upon our project landscape. So some of the
Okay.
projects they will follow the documentation properly. In some of the
Okay.
document, I mean some of the projects they will not follow this actually. So we have to find out. So based on the previous packages, when you are entering to the some
Okay.
of the other project, new
Mhm.
project, we have
Mhm.
to find out how they are following the rules. So how they are using these documents, how they are uploading the documents, how they are maintaining the tags. So this is
Okay.
actually not mandatory. So based on the project landscape, how they are behaving, we also continue like that only. So or else if we wanted to change in a proper manner, so this is so this this tax use is, so the main use of this tax is here. So when you are using when you are working on a support project, so you wanted to know what is the product it is connecting with, what is the country it is serving it, so what is the line of business it is, what is the industry it is. So it will helpful for the support developers actually. So when, so for example, if they have so country, so for example Australia, so some of the messages are failing for this integration flows. So we can go to the Australia point of contact directly and we can check with them. So like these are the messages are failing for the Australia region. So you can Australia country. So based on that, we can contact the particular point of contact and we can resolve the issue easily. So that is the use of this tax actually. If we are maintaining, so it will be easy for the support team. Otherwise, they have to follow some manual documentation based on the integration package and integration flow names.
And in the document section, we have to mandatorily upload the functional tech and technical spec.
Yes, we have to upload that technical and functional specification. So otherwise, if they are maintaining, so in that project, if they are maintaining any of the separate drives for it, so then we have to provide upload that documents in the drive itself.
Okay.
So
Okay,
instead of
got
here, we can provide the update the TS and FS documents in the drive itself.
it. Then one more thing, version generally in PI, whenever we create, it creates one version separately. But here we need to maintain when we creating iFlow only.
Yes, yes, here, so that will cover later actually. So
Uh-huh.
here, when you're, so in PI, when you made any small change as well, when you're doing any change in communication channel, in message monitoring, whatever the object, so data type,
Mm-hmm.
message type, whatever you are changing, it will create like a new version. But
Mm.
coming to the CPI, whatever the object you are creating, we have to maintain that version as well. So if you
Okay.
don't want any version, you can
Mhm.
just click on save. So it will add to the previous version itself. If I wanted to add the new version, so for example, I added other content modifier here. For the
Mhm.
some reason, I added other content modifier here. So when I'm adding this other content modifier, so you can click on as save as version and make some comment I made. So 1.1, so you can made added content modifier 2 into the integration flow and you can click on OK. So like
Okay.
that we have to maintain the this one, like we have to maintain the version management here. So in PI, defaultly it is taking the version management in PI. So for example, if I wanted to go back to the previous version like PI, so you can just select this option. So here the resource is created here, created by this person. So just it
Okay.
is comment is resource is created for the first version. The second version comment is just content modifier to added content modifier. So if I wanted to go back to the previous version, just click on this option and just click on OK. So this 1.0.0 doesn't contain content modifier 2, right? So if I go to that integration flow of version 1.0.0, doesn't contain any of the so here it is saving as a empty value. So why? Because while we are creating 1.0.0, there is no options inside of it, right? So that is the
Yes.
reason it is not showing any of the. default configurations. So this is, we have to maintain the versions here. So going forward, we will compare. I mean, we will discuss about each and every option here. So there is no issue here. So now today our task is we connected with one of the mail server. So if I wanted to go back to the latest version, you can select the version and you can select 1.0.0. So let me select the latest one here. So mostly I will complete the sender configuration tomorrow, and we can go to the system access, how we can get the system access in a tomorrow class. Okay.
Indra, this is a kind of a pass-through scenario, right?
Yes, this is a pass through actually.
Okay. So
Yeah,
even if
this is a
we
pass through
do the
scenario.
mapping,
So here actually, here everything will be treated as a pass through scenario only here. So here we are not maintaining any of the ESR configuration. So here in PI, we are creating that XSDs, and I mean like we are creating the data types, message types, and operation mappings, everything in a ESR part, and we are configuring the sender and the receiver system configuration in a ID level. So uh, here in CPI, just we will. So you have any idea on external definition in PI?
yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
Sorry.
So what we will do is, so just based on if they are providing any of the WSDL file or XSD file, we will just upload that external upload that WSDL file or a XSD file into the external definition files. But here everything will be like external definition. So like we will not create any of the structures inside of the CPI. So just we will refer that XSD or WSDL files.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you want to go for
So
any of the mappings, so we need to put here only, right? Integration process.
yes, in integration process only we will use it. So here we have a mapping option. So we will drag it. So same functionalities like what are all the functions we have like in the message mapping in CP in PI, like arithmetic, text, node functions. All functions will be available in CPI as well.
Okay.
The message mapping functionality is same in CPA and PI, but in the PI we will use Java, right, for UDFs, but in CPI we will use Groovy. That's all
Okay.
for the UDFs. Yeah. Um, so actually, Arun and Sharath have a PI knowledge, Srinath. So that is the reason we are comparing with a PI and CPI, Srinath. So maybe you are new with that names like data type, message type, and all. So anyway, you will get some additional knowledge on it actually. So they are comparing the previous tool and existing tool of CPI. Okay, Srinath, you might confuse it. Just focus on CPI configuration directly instead of PI. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, in real time, actually, who is created and all. I mean, what are the we created configurations? How can we know?
Sorry,
Because
Arun, I didn't get your question.
actually, if we see all there are some custom flows and the standard flows are there, no? So how can we
Yes.
recognize what are we created one and it is created by whom and all generally? How can we come to know? For
Yes, we
example, I
can
want.
easy. Yeah, I got your question now. So, like, which one is a default integration flow? I mean, a prepackaged integration flow. Which one
Yes,
is a custom integration flow? You want to know, right?
correct,
So,
correct.
actually, based on the naming conventions, you can easily find out. Got it? So, most of them. So, when you are
Uh-huh.
creating the new, so for example, see, this is a this one like default, I mean prepackaged content, this one. So
Mm-hmm.
when you're creating, so you can easily find out when you're opening this. So this is the design guidelines actually. So vendor is SAP. So the version is 1.6 6.0. So but coming to, so vendor is SAP. For coming to our sessions, like when you are creating your custom integration flows, so we will not maintain that much information here. So just we will provide some of the overview of it and then documents. If you have some more clarity on it, if you need some more clarity, so they created like a the custom integration flow they created with the detailed information. So then what you have to do is you can copy this integration flow name and you can go to the design tab, I mean discover tab of integrations. So I just copied it, right? So you can type for that package name actually. So see, you can click on enter. So based on that, you can find here. If it is available here, this integration package is related to the prepackaged content. If it is not available, for example, this is for example, class 10, right? So this class 10 integration flow package will not be available here because this is custom package. Got it? So based on that, we can find these details here. Which one is a default one and which one is a I mean, custom one.
Okay, okay. In integrations, all are a standard one, huh? I mean predefined packages. Huh? So
Sorry?
in integrations in the display,
Yeah. Yeah,
in the
in
display.
the discover
Ah,
integrations, these all are standard ones.
okay, okay. So with that name, you're just comparing. Okay,
Yes, yes, right, right, right.
okay. And it is created by like user mail IDs. We are able to see.
Yeah, yeah. Mail IDs it is showing, right? So who is
Ah,
copying from here? So for example, you copied this the prepackaged content. So for example, that copied username will be available here. So for example, I copied this one, right? So go, I mean Google Analytics. So it was copied by this mail ID. So my username is SAPCPA09. Who copies this from Discover to Design? That mail ID will be available here.
I mean, in real time also, we will be having mail IDs or user IDs.
Mostly
I
mail
mean,
IDs only, or else yes IDs, yes user ID.
okay,
Mostly mail IDs because now every S user ID is a mapping with the mail IDs. So when you got a S user from the client, you have to add that S user to your mail ID actually. So that means when you are logging to a CPI or else SAP OneNotes, you can directly use the mail ID instead of yes user to easily remember. So mostly that is a yes user. I mean like a mail ID only. In that case, we will also use the mail ID only. So if they are using only that yes user, then you can copy that yes user and ask your administrator who is this user with that yes user. So that administrator will provide the details of the user. So based on that, you can contact with him if required.
okay. Unless they don't provide, we cannot come to know who is created that,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Base
Right.
user.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. And now you connected with this mail server, no? Cloud server. That from
Yeah.
mail ID is how, I mean, from mail ID, whatever you used, that is given in that link only. Like from mail ID, you have used some sap.com.
Yes, you can maintain any of it. So whatever it is, you can make it as a here. So you can place a .gmail ID as well. So because it is
Okay.
directly connecting with the server, right? So CPA is creating here. So you can maintain any of that. So that is the reason I specified. You can maintain any of the mail ID and mail domain as well here. So for example, if you
Okay.
want, you can make a gmail.com as well. There is no issue because
Oh,
we are
okay.
connecting directly with this host, right? So we can create any of the mail ID here. So, but coming to the
Even.
two CC,
Uh-huh.
BCC, we have to provide this inbox only the
Yeah,
mailtrap.io
yeah,
only.
that I understood. But sap.com, this mail ID, if exist only, it will go from that from mail ID, no? So,
No, no, no. Actually, so for
uh,
example, see, if
uh,
I change it to some CPI.com,
uh-huh.
so CPI.com, right? If I save it, and if I deploy it, so it is selected as a run as once, right?
Mm-hmm.
So run as once, so it is already run as, so immediately it will trigger the message.
I mean, it doesn't look. I mean, no need of existence of that mail ID in real time, as I
Yes,
mentioned.
right. No need of any of the existing. So see few seconds ago. So see
Okay.
sapcpa.com. So it is just a
Oh.
constant value.
Okay.
It
Okay.
is
Okay. Got it.
just treating as a constant value. Whatever the mail ID you are providing here, it is taking it as a from mail ID.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
And tomorrow, show me how to create the tenant, and we can do practice.
Yeah, so sure. So actually here we are configuring with the start timer, right? So we will connect with this HTTPS and we will test that. This we will trigger the message from the sender and the message will send to the target mail server directly. So after that, so it will take not more. It will take 15 minutes. So after that remaining 45 minutes, we will focus on that trial access. So for that I need one of the member like whatever, so like Srinath or Sharath or Arun, I need the system access of your system. So that means like you can share your screen. So based
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
that, because I already used my mail ID and everything to get the trial tenant. So if you share your screen, so based on that I will navigate you. So based on that you can add required roles and you can get the CPA trial tenant.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. We
any
can
one
do
of
that.
you,
That's.
no issue.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
can do. We can do.
yeah, okay. Thank you for that. Yeah,
Sir, sir,
yeah. Any queries from anyone, Sharath and Tina?
sir, uh,
Nothing else.
why
Yes,
should we go to mail?
yeah, it's something like Srinath and Srikanth, Sharath and Srinath,
Sir,
both are
who
talking,
has
but I'm not able to listen you. I'm not hearing properly.
who has been doing
Now,
from integrations? Okay, continue,
Sorry.
sir. Sir, who has been continued in integration. So why should we go to mail trap, sir?
So for example, uh,
We don't have any
whatever
other
the
options,
data.
no?
No. Actually, so this is also sometimes a business requirement. So like whatever the data. So first we configure this for the testing purpose. So you can convert it as a business requirement. So for example, see, tomorrow we will connect with this with some HTTP endpoint URL. So whenever the user register in the mobile application, you are immediately getting one welcome email from the sender, right? So for example
Yes.
you are creating you are registered for a mail trap server, so immediately you will get an email to the your Gmail ID, so welcome email, right? So like that type of scenarios you can create with the CPA itself. So like whenever the user registered, so that user information will send to the mail server. So whatever the user we are triggering here. So got it. So like in real time, whatever the whenever the sender triggers the invoice to the CPI, that invoice information should be sent to the some of the mail IDs. So that time you can use this mail ID. I mean mail connectivity, mail server connectivity.
Okay.
Got it?
Okay, got it, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Sharath, any queries from your end?
Uh, Chandra, can you share the syllabus we can follow accordingly, or like how it is, how you follow?
So every day, I mean every day or else every 2 to 3 days, so we will highlight this. What are all the topics we covering? So we will highlight the topic. So based on that, we will complete this course. So I will share the syllabus and some of the minimal documents to you. So based on that, you can go with. You can check with JSC today evening. So based on that, she will provide the some of the documents. Okay, and a course
Yes.
content.
Yeah,
The
please, that
recording will
better,
be
you know,
on.
we can follow that one
Yeah,
actually
sure,
if
sure.
you.
Yeah, sure,
And
Arun. I will share.
yeah, and this chat box is not enabled, Chandra, for me. Actually, is for everyone, or it's only for me?
So everyone can send messages, I hope.
No, no,
No,
we
sir,
Can
cannot
you
not
see
able
the
to send messages,
messages.
sir.
Okay, I will check with the organizer then. So actually, when they are not able to listen my voice,
We are
they will
only
ping
just
here.
raising hands, sir. You can
Okay,
just raise
okay,
the hand option, sir.
okay. We don't have option. So I will check with them. So based on that, anyway, you got that invoice payload and mail trap URL, right? I hope
No, 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 no.
you
No, sir.
haven't get that. Okay.
That's why I got out.
Mm, so I sent everyone only.
No, no,
So
can you
let
show
me
us
check.
where you are I mean able to access this chat box, because we are not able to see that chat box symbol in our screen.
Yeah, actually, when I'm sharing the screen, this go to meeting window will not be appear here actually.
Okay.
So that is the reason I'm not able to share. So
Because we
anyway,
don't see anywhere the chat box. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Chandra, can check.
yeah, and I will check with the organizer. So based on that, they will allow the participants also to send the messages. So I will check with them tomorrow. So most probably they will enable tomorrow. Okay.
Thank you, Chandra.
Okay, okay, Chandra.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
you can take for today's session, you can take Mail Trap. Mail Trap is a mail server. So and this invoice payload, instead of the invoice payload, you can use any of them. So like I shown you right in the W3 schools, you can take this value. So you can take any of the payload. So based on that, you can configure.
Okay.
So
Thank you, Chandra.
I hope you are good. So we'll connect tomorrow morning same time. So based on that, we will configure the sender HTTPS connectivity and also the how we can get the trial tenant. Okay.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Sir,
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you everyone. Thanks for your time. We'll connect tomorrow. Have a nice day. Bye.
sir, recording videos will be sent by through mail, sir.
So actually, it will uploaded in a Google Drive. So
Google
that
Drive.
Google Drive will be shared. That link will be shared by Jayasri or Vasu. You can check with them. So they will share the URL. Okay.
Sir, I am not in the group, sir.
Uh, so you can check with them then. You can check with
Sir, I
Jayasri or
just
Vasu.
gone. Sir, they did not
Yes, sorry.
message me any ask. Sir, I just have your number, sir. That's fine.
Actually, that number will not be shared with us because that is the institution rules. So the trainer number will not be sent to the any of the students. So you can check with Jayasri
Okay, sir.
or Vasu. So they will provide any information. If they require, they will make a conference call. So based on that, we can connect actually.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Sir, by the end of the
Thank
day,
you.
we can get with the folder, sir, for full syllabus.
Yes. End of the day, you will get it.
Okay, sir. Sir, we can get
Okay.
resumes also, no, right, sir?
Yes, I will also share the resume.
And interview questions, sir.
Interview questions will be shared after this training. I mean, middle of the training. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.